What's up everyone? Welcome back to One Strange Adventure. Welcome to the next video. Today we are super excited because we are getting our home back. We just finished the gas tank install, which you saw last Wednesday, and we are now driving up to Indiana from Virginia. Now when I say we, it's actually me and my brother-in-law Jason. We will be driving to Indiana to actually pick up the RV from Grand Design and check out the Bauer warehouse while we're there. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the like button, and I have a question for you for this week. What is stopping you from going on your adventures? Whatever that adventure may be, it doesn't necessarily have to be RV life, but what is stopping you from going on your adventures? Comment below and let me know. All right, let's get into the video. I'm in Elkhart, Indiana, once again. This is becoming my second home, unfortunately. Sort of, because I'm making great connections and I do like the area. We are back in Indiana because our Grand Design Momentum 399 is done. Grand Design has replaced the side patio, they've repainted, they've done everything. And so we are back here to pick it up. Last video you saw that we actually installed a new fuel tank on the ramp. That was awesome. Driving from Virginia to Indiana, I didn't have to fill up. I did because I didn't want to have to deal with it the next day, but I didn't have to, which was amazing. So that has really worked out well, and I can't wait to see what it's like when we're towing. The other thing is, while we're in Indiana, Jason is actually with me. He rode with me up here so I didn't have to do it alone. He has been working with Bauer Products, and today we are at Bauer Products. We are going to get a tour from the owner. His name is Bruce. Bruce, if you get to see this video, thank you so much for the tour, but we're going to be taking a look at that today. It's currently Sunday. We're killing some time. I have to pick the Grand Design up. I have to pick up our RV on Monday morning, bright and early, and then head back to Virginia, where we're going to take a 12 to 14 hour ride back to Virginia so that we can be there and then start a trip to Maine. So just wanted to give you guys a quick update on exactly what we've been up to and what we're doing. And yes, I woke up early Saturday morning, helped install a 55-gallon tank from 10 to 1, drove back to the house, grabbed clothes, was gone by 4, got to Elkhart at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. At 5 a.m., by 5 a.m. we were checking into a hotel, and it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had with a hotel. It was so bad. We went ahead and left because we were going to stay another night. I found a different hotel over in Shipshewana, got my t-shirt, and so we are staying there now, and that is so much better. Unfortunately, our RV is behind a gate. We've been rolling home today. Yeah, so we are going to take a look at Bauer Products and their warehouse and see what they got.
Yeah, so we got to walk around the warehouse area for a little bit. That's a big place, 2 people.
Oh yeah, they're worn out by the end of the week. Trust me.
So that's why they're off the weekend. They get some sleep. That's right. Yeah. Monday starts it all over again. Let's get going.
Now what you just saw was actually an interview that Jason did with Bruce from Bauer Products. And if you want to see that full interview, it's actually over on Jason's channel. Now, Bauer Products is actually pretty interesting because I didn't realize it, but our Grand Design comes with Bauer key-to-like locks all over it. It was really cool. Once I made that connection, it was really cool to see actually go tour the company that makes the locks for our RV already. So Bruce actually gave me a padlock and gave me some things to go with the doors that aren't on the market yet. I'm going to be trying out pretty soon for him. And the padlock was actually keyed the same. So I had my RV lock with me, or my key with me, and he read the code off and he was like, hold on, I'll be right back. So he went and got a padlock for me and brought back some spare keys too. So, Bruce, thank you once again for allowing us to tour the facility, taking the time to sit down and talk to us, and also for the products. And so we're definitely going to put those things to use. We're now leaving Bauer Products, and we're going to go back to the hotel. We are staying at the hotel tonight, which is Sunday night. Tomorrow morning, Monday morning, we're going to be waking up bright and early, going to Rise and Roll, which is our favorite Amish donut shop. If you ever go to Elkhart or the area, go to Shipshewana, go to Rise and Roll, get you some donuts because they're life-changing. But we're going to go get some donuts because the family wants donuts. So yes, I'm going to be DoorDash for 800 miles for some donuts. After that, we're gonna head to Grand Design, go to customer service bright and early. Grand Design opens up at like 6 a.m. to the public, at least in the service center. Customer service is actually 8 a.m. but they open up at 6 a.m. I'll be there probably around 7:30. Get the RV. They'll pull it over to one of the campsites. They'll give me an opportunity to inspect it, and then we will hook up. We will be rolling back to Virginia. It's going to be a long haul. We're going to do it in one take. So it's going to be a long trip, but it's going to be worth it. Let me tell you, the 55-gallon fuel tank is amazing. Like I said earlier, I didn't have to stop on the way up here. It's about 600 miles, 600 some miles. I didn't have to stop, but I did just because I didn't want to deal with it the next day. I can tell you it was great not having to worry about fuel. And that's kind of like the first time that we've experienced that, because every couple hours we were stopping for fuel, especially when we're towing. So we're going to get to see what it's like when we tow home. I'm sure we'll have to stop. I'm thinking maybe you get 450 miles out of a fuel tank while we're towing, but that should be significantly better than having to stop every 200 miles. But that's it for now. We're gonna head back to the hotel, wake up early in the morning, and head over to Grand Design. All right, so I'm here at Grand Design. It is Monday morning. I walked in there, asked, hey, is my RV ready? And it was ready. So I didn't know ahead of time, but I'm here. We've got it back. It looks amazing. The lines actually line up, because on the previous patio, if you look, this red line right here, the white didn't even line up. So now it lines up. And what I will say is there is a noticeable difference in the gap right here between the trim piece that goes around and the door panel itself. The bolts, everything is sealed. There's a huge difference from the old door. And what I will say is they did buff it. Looks like I see some swirl marks that will come out once we ceramic coat it. But I am getting ready to unlock it and actually put the door down for the first time. Let's see how this goes. Couple of quick observations on the door. One, this hinge right here no longer moves. This was actually moving up and down. Another observation is there is no gap here. The previous door had a gap, probably about that big, between the hinges and the door itself, which was just letting water in. So every one of these bolts you could twist, and that's obviously concerning with a door this size. Oh, that's awesome. And they had the doors the wrong way. Just saying. How you doing? Alright, so just checked everything out. Everything looks good in my opinion. There may be something once we get back, but I don't see anything that would warrant having to get anything redone. So that looks good. The door, so much more solid. The hole where the hinges doesn't like crunch under your foot anymore. The door like shuts pretty easily, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. But the hinges are really tight. The hinges were actually moving on the door on the outside. The latches for the hinge, and it's not moving anymore. So I think it looks good. I'm going to do a final inspection, make sure everything's locked up, and then we'll get rolling back to Virginia. Nice. Like that. Just got to put a little bit into it. How happy are you that we have our home back?
I'm ecstatic.
I know.
I love that we have it back. I
Yes.
love that the door is fixed, and I'm over the moon that the paint matches and the lines line up.
It looks better. The lines line up better than when we bought it new. I went back and looked at an old picture that you may have seen earlier in the video about how much different, like how much better the lines line up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. Now, I will say the caulking around the door
It's thin.
is thin. So I may go back and
I think that's just the way they come though.
I know,
So.
but I'm going to watch it very closely, and if I see any cracking, I think we're going to go back and put more caulk on it.
Right.
Just to be safe, because I don't want to have to go through that again.
I hear you. Yes, I agree. So the whole process took, what, week and a half? I think it was a week and a half when we got a message from Grand Design,
Yeah, they called us.
like a Wednesday.
It was Wednesday evening and said that it was ready, and then you asked about checking the floor.
Yep.
To make sure that they had checked.
There was
to make
no
sure
mold or anything.
No water damage from it coming under that wall. And she said, "Let me just verify." And then Monday you picked it up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Wednesday we got a call. Saturday we changed the gas tank, the fuel tank in the Ram. Went back home, grabbed my clothes.
And you and Jason hit the road.
Me and Jason hit the road, and it was like 12 hours or something. We ended up getting there like 4 a.m. Got to a hotel by 5 a.m. Worst hotel ever. Decided to leave. We took a nap until about 9. Decided to leave. Went and found another hotel, which was in Shipshewana, which was much nicer.
Called the Blue Gate.
Blue Gate.
The Blue Gate Inn.
Yep, and it was close to the donuts, which is where I wanted to
Actually,
be.
that's where we went and had dinner with Ryan and Whitney.
Yep, Ryan and Whitney are actually people that we met in Indiana.
And they have a $3.99.
They also have the $3.99. So Ryan and Whitney, if you are watching this, it was awesome to meet you guys.
Yes, and thank y'all for coming to dinner with us.
Yep, we are so excited to have our home back. I know it's an RV, and I know there's going to be repairs, but still, when you live in something like this, you become attached to it, and you have pride in it. So it's emotional and stressful when it's not there.
Yes, I mean, going on a 2-week vacation for people usually is exciting, and they're ready to get out of their house and
It's the opposite for us.
and see other things. And so I guess that's why people may not have understood why it was so hard to leave it.
Right.
But having it where it's your home that you get to go explore in, it's like gut wrenching knowing that you're set in a single place for 2 weeks. You can't go explore. You can't go do what you want to do.
Right.
Because your home's not there.
Right.
So it's a different side of the coin for us.
I know it's flipped. It really is flipped. We want to be in the RV.
And I will tell you, one of the hardest parts about leaving your home is the packing and the unpacking.
Yeah, it's so nice being in the RV and having all your stuff with you all the time. We do thank our family, and we love you guys very much for taking us in for 2 weeks. We enjoyed the family time. We love being on the road, but we do thoroughly enjoy spending time with family too.
Yeah, and God couldn't have placed it at a better time, because as soon as we got there, we had a family emergency, and I was so glad that we were there for that time.
So next time you see us, we're going to be on the road. Saturday morning we hit the road. So we are excited to be traveling again. We are getting ready to take our Northeast trip. All right, guys. Well, that's it. RV's back. We're ready to roll.
I'm glad you made it home safe.
Yes, I am too. See you guys on the road.